Hello, this is Kev, and this is the YouTube channel Black Men Being Brutally Honest. And if you haven't already, go below this screen and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, notification uh, bell, whatever you want to do with this. But, just hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Just want to touch on this. I ran across this tweet, and usually I'm not so much in the loop as far as rap is concerned. But since I'm a fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony, I was a hardcore fan when I was a teenager. I just had to touch on this for a second. It's a little bit more of that young versus old BS that's going on. So I ran across this tweet on social media. Let me read it out for you. This is a kind of a Lazy Bone versus an Offset, and really, this whole thing right here with Migos and Bone is not something that just started. This is something that's this has been going on for a while, probably like over a year. I got a video snippet that I'm going to show you of Busy Bone talking about. I think Migos had an interview with Big Boy, and Bone Thugs and Harmony wasn't mentioned as far as, I guess, like a greatest conversation. And Busy set the record straight and just shut shit down, like in my opinion. But every time, like as an older person that has been on social media for quite some time, and run into some kind of like some real world debates with younger people, the pushback is always going to be something like, you're old, why are you arguing with me? It's like young people, for some reason, they always retreat to the kiddie table every time you try to have some kind of discussion with them. So it's not like I'm going to have this Bone versus Migos debate with everyone. I mean, I personally think that Bone Thugs and Harmony is leaps and bounds above Migos right now. Migos hasn't even begun to touch greatness, and it's like, to me, those boys are gonna fizzle out. Like, I remember, like, back a few years ago, I used to hate on Roscoe Dash for like, he was one of those artists that signified a change in the pace of where rap is going. Like another guy, Cash Out. Like, what are you hearing from these guys right now? Seriously, where's their relevance now? And it's one of the things that Busy Bone himself, Busy Bone touched on, is like basically in this video telling you, hey, save your money, boys. I mean, I've been around for 20 years. I'm still here. I'm still eating. Where are you gonna be? Save your money. and like, it's like when an older person, I guess, hates on your music, it's like sometimes, and I mean like very few occasions, they might actually be on to something. So like I said, I used to hate on guys like Roscoe Dash and Cash Out. Where are those guys now? But I grew up being a fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony, and they're still here making music. So let's read these. I think these are tweets here. It's like the real Lazy Bone. So here's the OG that discovered at Migos. I will adjourn my case for today unless a nigga push me and let the music speak. I'm having fun. Boxing glove, Team Bone. I guess basically just throwing a competitive shot. I mean, it's nothing personal with young people. Just like with Drake and Pusha T, like they had a beef. And I think Drake retreated to the whole young people, old people dynamic. Oh, you older than me. Oh. Come on, guys. And then you got Offset YRN. Let's have a bankroll challenge. Oh, yep, there it goes. Because money is the equalizer in everything. Yes, how much money I got versus how much money you got. When I can't win on any other level, I have to bring up money. And here's how the real Lazy Bone responded at Offset YRN. Nah, nigga, that's what's wrong with y'all niggas. Y'all think money equal respect. It doesn't. This is a skills challenge. Me against you and my group against yours. Best group ever challenge. Get your bars up, youngin'. You're going to need that bread for early retirement, bro. Uh-oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Now, let me show you some articles that I dug up here. Let me see if I got all of them up. I want to bring up something that Crazy Bone said, and this headline reads like this. Crazy Bone explains, remember Bone Thugs and Harmony, explains generational gaps ruin debates like Bone Thugs versus Migos. I agree with that because you're not, because as an older person, you're not going to win that debate. Because like I said, if you debate, I would say a Migos fan versus me, a Bone Thugs and Harmony fan, the only thing they're gonna say, you old, throw them away. It's our time now. It's our time. And really, honestly, if you are a younger person, yeah, it is your time. As an older guy, we had our chance, but this is competition. Like that's I think that's what's all that Lazy Bone's pretty much saying. This is competition. And it does mention like when Jacquees came to be the king of R&B earlier this month, which he ran up on Keith Sweat. Why do young people feel like they got to take away something from older people in order to be relevant? Build your own relevance. Keith Sweat wasn't coming in talking about people like Marvin Gaye and Barry White when he came in. Like let's be serious about this. R. Kelly, well, it was a competition between, when in our generation coming up, it was a competition between each other. Who was currently going on. Why don't Migos go at Kodak Black like that? Kodak Black is on their level. And I mean, like, let me give you an example. R. Kelly and the lead singer from Guy, Aaron Hall. For real though, Aaron Hall, like he had just broken away from the singing group Guy. Remember Guy with Teddy Riley? For those of you who's watching, that might remember back then. And it was like Aaron Hall and R. Kelly had a back and forth. And really, honestly, I thought Aaron Hall was going to win. R. Kelly took that shit. Like, you forgot about Aaron Hall. But that was a competition between, age, when they were young, they were going at each other. Like I said, unless they want to, paint this picture of, oh my God, we're brothers. Let's shake hands. Let's get away with all our simple rap. Which brings me to my next point. Read this headline right here. Now, whether this was written by a white person or a black person, I don't know. And, but it's strange they got Macklemore in the picture, who won a Grammy above Kendrick Lamar. But I've always said that I don't care about not being invited to parties I didn't create. But, that's another story. But read this headline. The lyrics of recent #1 singles average at a third grade reading level. Yeah, what that says to me is like whoever wrote it, there is a point to that. It's like, it doesn't take anything to become a #1. Like I was making a point to a young person like earlier. A lot of guys back in the day did not have the reach of the internet. Like they had to hit the ground in order to become popular and to get distribution from record companies that had to physically ship out everything. And if you had to get popular that way, you had to get popular by radio play, people buying into you. Access wasn't instant like a SoundCloud. And if like a lot of those artists, if like back then when I was growing up, we had the internet and SoundCloud and all the other crap, then I would believe that they would have been massively more popular than that. But, how can you get more popular than Michael Jackson? It's guys like Jacquees in the conversation saying that he's the king of R&B. But you can believe that if you want to or not. But look at like the lyrics of recent #1 singles that average at a third grade reading level. If you want to believe your music is that, turn on your radio, your local R&B rap radio station, the quality of some of the rap songs. Not all, because you got guys like Kendrick Lamar out here. Some. Now, let me pull up something else. Look, this is Wiz Khalifa right here on his Instagram. He is weighing in, and I'll tell you what I think about what he said after he says it. Yeah.
Yo, what up? I just wanted to weigh in on the old nigga, young nigga situation. A lot of these goats, these legends, that we all love so much, when y'all were like 19, 20, 21, your parents probably thought your music was trash as well, the music that you listened to and enjoyed. And they weren't really trying to get in the studio and compete. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is a lot of the goats and legends now, they have kids that are 16, 17, all the way up to 21. And this is the music that they enjoy. And the craziest thing about it is it's not a competition. This is art. A lot of people want to talk about money, but this is art. And art is progressive. Art moves forward. So a lot of people should just enjoy the artisticness of it as opposed to trying to compete and put money into it. And just let people move forward and have as much fun as possible and create. And that's what we really got into this for. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, everyone has an opinion, but Wayne, nigga, it is a competition. It's like that's what makes it fun. It ain't like I said, young people throw shots, they throw rocks, but when you throw a rock back, they retreat to that bullshit. No, nigga, it's on now. Come on, guy. And it's like, for real though, Wiz Khalifa didn't have internet. I mean, where would he be? Let's keep it real. Like, I don't hear much Wiz Khalifa, but he's popular. Like, he made that stupid ass movie with Snoop Dogg. Yeah, Mac and Devin. Yeah, that movie was stupid. Like, I ain't even watch it, but, it's stupid. That's like one of them. But anyway, this is all Vlad TV. This is not my property. This is not my video. So I just wanted to play a little snippet. Hopefully I got it in the right spot. But Busy Bone was talking about this, and this was like a while back. This wasn't even recent. And I guess it kind of died down after this, but it's picking up momentum because young want to go at old. Let me see if it's in the right spot.
Blast. Now, that is not.
Let's see.
It's a difference.
Yeah, he's reflecting.
It's cool. Big Boy don't want to mention Bone Thugs and Harmony, but they're mentioning us over in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a difference.
Oh shit! Sorry. Just bear with me.
Let's address the elephant in the motherfucking room. Okay. Cool. What's the big deal? Why is niggas so mad at them? Man, let them young niggas believe what the fuck they want to believe.
Oh, you hear from his mouth.
Young niggas grow. Let them young niggas attain and achieve to be the.
This is him talking about the Migos.
Rap group period. Ever. Okay. Now, as far as anybody else, Big Boy, he said, who you think is the greatest group ever? My whole name ain't even up there. Cool. No problem. I know Big Boy. Big Boy knew Easy. Easy. He know about us. I mean, he know about us. Why feed into the bullshit?
Again, this is not my video. This is not my property. I'm using this video for fair use. Just making sure that if I get hit with something, that I let my audience know that this isn't my video right here. So, okay, let me continue this. I'm going to play it to like after the rap, and then I'll close it out.
Why feed into it? I'm not going to feed into the shit. I figure if we stay consistent, We stay packing shows. We keep that shit hood. We keep some paper in our pocket and don't be out here fucked up, starving, and fucking hungry. We driving forward. Everybody gleam the fuck out and it's all real, nigga. I figured that's cool enough. Now, we've been in this business for about 25 plus years.
I was just starting high school.
We're in the ranking of Metallica, Guns N' Roses, the Beatles, for real. Longevity, relevance, each individual member, a powerful motherfucker within their own rights.
I don't know. How is Wishbone a powerful motherfucker in his own right? Let me stop it right there. I mean, I can understand lazy, so to speak, because he produces music, crazy, busy, because everybody's always going to be remembered busy. But, you know, Flesh is a basic street dude. Now, I mean, I'm not saying he's basic like that, but, you know, he's in the Bone Thugs and Harmony. So, you know, he deserves the credit just like the rest of them. You know, I wish a powerful, I don't know, but continue.
It's a difference. It's cool Big Boy don't want to mention Bone Thugs and Harmony, but they mentioning us over in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a difference. The higher up you go up the ladder is when you start hearing Bone Thug and Harmony name. On your way up there, you might not hear about Bone, but when you get to that real door that, hello, let us decipher who made up the, it's the nigga that wants up again. The niggas they pick up the gun and they try to get to the see on the day when was that Mac 10 that's blasting. Pick up the gun and they running up from the assassin. Papa deliver you asking, who in the fuck was that fast man? The nigga that's pulling the trigger and just cause I'm stunning, they figure they bigger, but when you consider a killer that's pulling your cap, got with them niggas that pulling the package strap, so pack your gap when I see you like I see with the bird. Sir, you up in the curry, get up, nigga get nervous, they running up bucks, so don't think you're winning when I'm still in them killing the willing, cause niggas be running up talking trash, fuck a car, walking blast. Now, that is 1991. Do the math. I'm smoking one. That shit I just spit was in 1991. I said, man, hyping them up, bitch, striking them up. I'm giving them what they're like. I'm letting them know that over the flow. That is 1991. The first one was crazy. The second one, hyping them up and striking them up. I'm giving them what they're like. I'm letting them know that over the flow inside of them. That's crazy. 1991.
All right, I'm gonna stop showing this video before anything happens. But here's a fun fact that I want y'all to know about that one video. Right? I mean that verse he just spit. That was the verse that Crazy Bone used to audition for Eazy-E. Yeah, that's it right there. I watched a Bone VHS a long time ago, a VHS tape now, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Eazy was Eazy was just standing around with Bone, and they were interviewing Eazy, and he was like, you know, well, this is the verse you spit to me over the phone, and Crazy spit that verse. So right now, to anyone, I guess from my generation and anyone that got ears, that right there ended the beef. I mean, to me, as speaking as an older person and that has listened to Migos, I would say Bone is the better group. But it was like Crazy said, that generational gap. That's what's gonna that would mess it up, because you got all these millions of young people on the internet. That's, you know, Migos, young people rock Migos. Yeah, you know, maybe that's what that YRN stand for, an offset YRN, young rich nigga. You know, who knows? But whatever happens with this beef, I hope that it's at least interesting because I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just biased. I'm just like an older person that's biased, just like the younger people that's just biased about their generation. I just think that Bone is just better than Migos. I just think they are. But in the end, as long as people are entertained, then I guess that's really all that matters. And I'll take to it with that. But, it's going to be a lot of mudslinging. It's going to be a lot of dragging each other. Oh, these niggas old, blah, blah, blah. Oh, young niggas don't know anything, you young whippersnappers. Anyway, let me see if there was something else I wanted to after. Let me see. Yeah. No, nothing else for real. Oh yeah, let me show you this little quick snippet of Jacquees approaching Keith Sweat. I'm like, this is not boxing. This is a clip from TMZ. Another, like I said again, I do not own this footage right here. I don't own it. But it's like, just young versus old. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about young versus old. Then I'm gonna sign off. No. You were originally the king. So, are you passing down the torch?
This the king from back then. I'm the king from right now. This is Sweat. Big Sweat. But it's Big Queen. Big Queen.
Hold on. I'm still getting that bag. I don't know.
He getting the bag, but 16 to 25 is my generation. I'm the king.
Dude, when you're king of everyone. You're not king of people 16 to 25, because the king 26 and up can kick you off the fucking mountain. I mean, it's like, and you're not really doing anything that's resonating for real. Like, look at the look on Keith Sweat's face. Like I said, back in our day, we were competing we were competing with each other. We weren't trying to, like, Keith Sweat wasn't trying to go get Otis Red and talking about, hey man, look, dog, you need to sit your old ass down. It's my time now. Go off your own popularity. But hey, you know what? Competition. I tell you, wonderful. Well, all right. I think, also, I was going to talk a little bit about young versus old. Young versus old, really, in the black community, and you may or may not agree with this, it is really a fixture of Willie Lynch. For those of you who like to talk about Willie Lynch and its effect the Willie Lynch syndrome, and its effect that it has on the black community. Now, whether you want to believe it or not, why don't you go research and see what that letter actually says? Excuse me. And young versus old is in that letter. Young versus old, light skin versus dark skin, male versus female. Now, male versus female in our community, just look at the YouTube landscape right now. It is for our people. And you'll see a lot of that, male versus female, young versus old, guys who have a little money versus guys who have okay money, stuff like that. So I don't know. It's not, when it comes to stuff like this, it's nothing serious for real, because it just really whether it's for play or whether it's serious, it still feeds into division. And as far as our community, we need to really work on our unity, whether it's at the higher levels or is at basic levels. And that's pretty much all I have to say for right now. So that's my little weigh in on the Migos versus Bone. I think that Bone lyrically, fundamentally, and as a group is way better than Migos. This dude talking about Ric Flair swag. Now, I was quite entertained by that video. The fact that Ric Flair was actually in the video. But if that's the best Offset got, then he already lost. All he's going to be doing is throwing up money and trying to win it that way. And then, when he can't win it with money, what he's going to do? Young versus old. Oh, you old niggas. These old niggas don't appreciate us. And Wiz did have a point. I remember my dad saying that our music was trash, but my dad also liked Nate Dogg and Warren G. So, hey, it's like I'm saying the same thing about I'm saying the same thing about young people music too. It's like, you know, some of y'all just, I don't even turn on the radio anymore. Sometimes I just go to my playlist. And that's what we all let the playlist decide. You know, the playlist in your iPhone or iPod or digital device. Yeah, let the playlist decide who the best one is. Yeah, Bone is on my playlist. Migos, not so much. I'm sure they're okay though. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I hope y'all have a good weekend this weekend. And I mean, you know, thanks for your support. Let me check something out real quick. You know, I told everybody I have to do a lot better than about checking out my chat. Oh, okay. We got. Oh, check something out real quick. You know, I told everybody. Whoops. Let me turn down the phone. KTMPL. Thanks for your comments, man. Thanks for your chat. Let me read some of this. What you need to be revered in music, especially rap, is the acknowledgement of the generation previous. The lack of knowledge in the music game is ridiculous because the people who usually sign the new acts are influenced by older rappers, and that's the familiarity. The formula for a hit single is any genre is the right amount of wrong. The talent of the new generation is marketing as opposed to the older generation being talent. I agree with Wiz. It's entertainment, and it's becoming a lost art, and I like to hear Bone and Migos make a battle joint. Yeah, that right there, to me, honestly, as long as they exchange like good songs, good disses, and everything, we're able to smile, laugh, like, ooh, he really got him on that one. I think that right there is what would win it. Win it for me is like, you know, the real winners need to be the consumers, the fans. That's who the real winners need to be. You know, as long as we're all entertained, I'm sure whatever happens will be great. But I hope they don't retreat into that whole, you know, the bullshit rather. Well, all right. Well, thanks for the chat, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. And what do you think? Leave something for me in the comment section. And if you haven't, go below this screen, hit that subscribe button, hit like or dislike, because both of them do matter in the scheme of YouTube, and hit that notification bell, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.